Hello everyone, it's Benny, and today I'm going to be showing you all the properties of Glowstone. So first thing you should know about Glowstone is that it's considered to be a transparent block. Now clearly you can't see through it, but in the internals of Minecraft, it is considered to be transparent. What this means is it has all the same properties as other transparent blocks like glass or half slabs. So for example, if I try to place a torch on the side of it, it doesn't let me. And similarly, if I try to place a torch on the side of glass, it also doesn't let me, because they're transparent. If I try sending power through it, it also doesn't let me, because they're transparent. Transparent blocks don't do these things. And of course, this is all in contrast to a solid block, which does let you send power through it and place torches on the side. So, yeah, in a lot of ways, it's just like any other transparent block. But the thing that makes Glowstone so special is that you can place redstone dust on top of it. You can't place any other redstone stuff on top of it, so if I try placing a torch, it doesn't let me. If I try placing a repeater, it doesn't let me. But it does let me place redstone dust on top of it. And this lets you achieve a lot of pretty interesting effects that you couldn't achieve in any other block in the game. So, for example, let's say I have a wire going just like this, and I have some pistons under it. If I send power through this will create a block update detector with the piston. This means if any block next to this piston right here, any block next to it receives any update whatsoever, so if I place something in a furnace that's next to it, or if I send power through a redstone signal next to it, or if I even just place a block next to it, the piston will extend. And that's great if you want a block update detector, but that's not exactly desired in all cases, especially if this piston is part of another redstone device that's doing something really important. You generally don't want this wire messing with it. So, what Glowstone lets you do is if you use a glowstone block over it instead of a regular block, this nullifies the block update detector effect, meaning that I don't have to worry about any block update detection as long as I have a glowstone block over it rather than a regular block. So that's sort of a nice thing if you're working with compact redstone, or if you just have some pistons that are under a wire and you don't want anything to affect it. Now, another interesting property of glowstone is, since it is transparent, it lets you do an interesting thing when you're sending signals downward. So, if I have just nothing over a redstone signal and it's going downward, then of course the wire that's going downward is going to get powered. But if I have a solid block, then the bottom wire won't get powered. But if I have a transparent block, then that will get powered, and that allows me to send a signal down. So if I have glowstone, that allows me to send a signal downwards uninterrupted. But since I can place redstone dust on top of it, it also means that I can send a signal upwards uninterrupted. So I can have sort of, if I just break this block temporarily, I can sort of have a vertical split in the wire without interrupting anything using glowstone. And this compounds, so I could place another block here, and since this is still considered to not be blocking, it'll travel upwards. And if I wanted to, I get to build sort of a glowstone ladder, sending power upwards that way. And that's nice. But the final really important thing you want to know about glowstone, other than it can not block signals if you're sending power like that, I think the final thing that you might be interested in knowing about glowstone is if you send a redstone signal across a glowstone block like this, it'll go through like expected, but signals that are traveling across a glowstone block don't travel downwards. So this allows you to have sort of an instant diode. So I could have signal that would only travel this way, but try sending power backwards, it won't let me because of glowstone. And that's why if I send power with this lever, I don't get power in the bottom section of this contraption, because glowstone doesn't let power travel downwards. It doesn't let power travel downwards if the power is going from a glowstone block. So, yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something about glowstone, and hopefully you'll be able to use glowstone to make some pretty interesting redstone contraptions now. Thank you, hope you enjoyed, see you next time.